Have you ever felt that your kindness is not appreciated or, even worse, taken for granted? If your answer is yes, know that you are not alone. Genuine generosity often goes unnoticed or met with indifference. From a young age, we are taught to put others' needs before our own, to share, help, and be generous. We grow up with a desire to do good. But what if our willingness to help backfires? What if people start to see us as an endless source of help and support, taking our kindness for granted in this complex world? Sometimes, the more we give, the less we receive in return. And it's not just about time or resources, but also energy and inner peace. Stoicism teaches us to find balance and take care of ourselves, but often we find ourselves overexerted. In this video, we will delve into the dark side of excessive generosity and learn to find the golden mean, exploring the potential dangers of excessive kindness and the principles of Stoicism for achieving harmony. If you have ever felt that your help is not valued, this video is for you. We will examine how excessive kindness can be perceived as weakness, and how Stoicism can teach us to set boundaries, respect our time and energy, and be more balanced in our desire to help others. We will discuss how Stoicism offers us ways to preserve inner strength and self-restraint, teaching us to set boundaries and be disciplined in our desire to help others without losing ourselves in the process. It's important to understand that a constant desire to help can create a false impression of us as someone who can easily be burdened with additional responsibilities, which can ultimately lead to being perceived as a weak link. This video also addresses the risk of creating unrealistic expectations when we give more than we can in the hope of reciprocity that may not follow. Stoicism teaches us that happiness should not depend on the actions of others and that true satisfaction comes not from the gratitude of others, but from the realization of our own actions as worthy and self-sufficient. We will talk about how to avoid the trap of constant giving, which leads to the depletion of our resources, emotional, temporal, and physical. Genuine generosity requires a sensible approach, where we help not because of an expected reward, but because it reflects our inner values and beliefs. Next, we will look at how to confront the perception of excessive kindness as weakness, learning to say no firmly but politely, and understanding that this is not a refusal, but a statement of our own importance and the establishment of healthy boundaries. This helps change the perception of those around us and demonstrates that respect for our own time and energy is not selfishness, but a necessity for maintaining personal well-being and the ability to help others more effectively. In conclusion, it's important not only to know how to give, but also to understand when and how to do it so that it does not harm us or those we try to support. Stoicism offers us tools to achieve this balance, reminding us that our ability to help others directly depends on our ability to take care of ourselves and establish reasonable boundaries. The principles of Stoicism not only help us set boundaries but also teach us to value ourselves and our resources. They remind us that our time, energy, and financial resources are not only means to help others, but also tools for our own growth and well-being. It's important to learn to distinguish when our help is truly needed and when it may be just a way for others to avoid responsibility for their actions. We will also discuss the importance of not losing ourselves in the process of helping others. Stoicism teaches us that our personal virtue and inner world should remain our priority. This means that we must maintain our own emotional and physical health, as well as devote time to our personal development and satisfaction. Thus, when we help others, we do so from a position of strength, not out of a sense of obligation or a desire to be needed. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us that we must let go of the expectation of gratitude or reciprocity for our actions. True satisfaction comes not from external recognition, but from the realization that we act in accordance with our beliefs and values. This helps us avoid disappointment and maintain emotional stability, regardless of the reaction of those around us. It's also important to realize that sometimes the best help we can offer is to allow others to face their problems on their own. This does not mean that we refuse support, but we give them the opportunity to grow and learn from their own experience, which is an invaluable gift. Ultimately, the principles of Stoicism are aimed at helping us live a meaningful life, full of satisfaction from our own actions and relationships with others. Establishing boundaries, self-respect, and a conscious attitude toward our own resources and energy are the keys to achieving this goal. Remember that true generosity does not deplete us, it enriches both those we help and ourselves, making our lives and the lives of those around us more complete and happy. In addition to the lessons of Stoicism, it's important to understand and implement practices of self-awareness and self-analysis to better understand our motivations and expectations related to kindness and helping others. This self-discovery allows us to distinguish actions that come from a genuine desire to help from those motivated by external factors, such as a desire for recognition or fear of being perceived as not sufficiently kind. Accepting incomplete control. One of the fundamental lessons of Stoicism is the recognition that we cannot always control the outcomes of our actions, including how others react to our help or kindness. By learning to accept this fact, we can focus on what is truly within our power, our intentions, efforts, and actions, without sacrificing our own well-being for potential approval or gratitude. Balanced interaction. In addition to personal boundaries and self-respect, Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of balanced interaction in relationships. This means that when helping others, we should also give them the opportunity to help us when possible, thus creating respectful and supportive relationships based on equality and mutual support. Self-restraint and moderation. Stoicism teaches us the value of self-restraint and moderation in all things, including our generosity and desire to help. By understanding our limits and knowing when to say no, we not only protect ourselves from exhaustion but also contribute to healthier and more sustainable relationships with those around us, where everyone feels valued and respected. Continuous learning and growth. Finally, Stoicism views life as an endless process of learning and self-improvement. Each experience, whether positive or negative, offers a unique opportunity for growth and development. By acknowledging and embracing the lessons that life brings, we can become wiser, stronger, and more capable of true generosity that stems from the heart and requires no external validation. In conclusion, applying Stoic principles in our daily lives and relationships can help us find and maintain a healthy balance between helping others and caring for ourselves. This enables us to live a more meaningful and fulfilled life while preserving our inner peace and emotional well-being.